Hello and welcome. My name is MissMultiYT and welcome back to Echoes of the Fae, episode 1, The Fox's Trail. So last time that we played, we briefly met our character. She is called Sofya or Sofia or something like that, and she can transform into other creatures, sort of like a shapeshifter. But the thing is that she's actually a human, and humans shouldn't have magic, so she's kind of special. I think she mentioned something about being in an explosion or something like that, and I think that's where she got her powers from. But the humans and the Leshins are elves. They actually went through like this big war or something, and Sofya has like a scar on her eye, and there's a few interesting things in this visual novel game that I am looking forward to finding out about. Also, there was a woman who came to the inn where Sofya and this elf dude who she's with, she came in and she asked us to search for her son or something like that. So I'm not really, oh dear, I might have forgot to save it. Oh no. Okay, I'm just gonna have to quickly skip through some of this. Alright, this is where we left off. It was this section where Hiraman or however you say his name, was talking about how this Leshin that visited us could actually just be using us to puff the bellows at the embers of war, according to this dude. He's saying that that she might be trying to, induce tensions between the people. So let's see what he says.
Even if she's telling the truth, we risk reigniting tensions. Whoever hides a prisoner of war long after its conclusion must certainly bear a grudge on his enemy. Perhaps humans who enjoy seeing Leshin suffer.
Interesting. Okay, that's also true. I didn't think about that. So I gotta say that I actually wish there was an autosave feature in this, because it seems like you have to manually save, and I didn't do that last time, so I had to quickly flick through some of the dialogue, so that was kind of annoying. So autosave would be really nice. But other than that, no problems so far. Let's see if we can indulge in the story again, see what happens next.
The war happened. We can't change that. We just have to deal with the consequences and move on.
Since this is episode 1, as I've mentioned before, this is an episodic visual novel. So the first episode is only about an hour long, I believe. So we should be able to finish this episode in a few more videos.
Besides, we need the money.
We just got paid for a case yesterday.
Well, yeah, I spent it. Some of it. Most of it.
Oh my god, what did she spend it on? Was it clothes?
On what?
Booze, mostly.
Oh
but
god, that's
I
even
also
worse.
discovered this new treat at the Dastra bar. It's this little glowing mushroom that you drop into hot tea and...
That sounds interesting. What does it do?
Forget I asked. I've given up trying to keep track of the substances you abuse. You're going to kill yourself one of these days if you're not careful.
Oh, you mean mushrooms like shrooms, like drugs? Is that what she's meaning? That kind of sounded interesting, the way she described it. What would happen if the mushroom got dropped in hot tea? I want to know the rest.
Make up your mind. Am I going to kill myself, or is the magic going to do it for me?
Who knows? Who knows?
We can't predict.
Exactly.
Did you ever stop and consider that this drug that you took might have aggravated your attunement to the Fae? And that's why you turned into a cat?
Oh, could be.
Smart man. So you see now why we have to take Tiatha's case. We have to get some more of the mushroom and see if I can learn any more tricks.
This girl is crazy.
Come on, Haramon. Stop being such a worrywart. This will be a breeze. And then next time, it's your turn to book the winnings, so you can use it to pay for rent or whatever.
So I can clearly see that Sofya's priorities are clearly not the rent. It's mushrooms and booze. My god.
And what if I spend the money on whatever I fancied? A Pegasus, perhaps? Or silk reins and a cushioned saddle?
That actually sounds so cool. I want one.
I'd be impressed if one case could fund all that. But I would say, for it.
Then what money would you have to spend?
And then you would be homeless, because no one paid rent.
Pretty easy to find shelter when you can turn into a cat.
Oh my god, this character though. I can't say I like her right now. She seems really irresponsible.
Why do I even bother?
I feel you, Hiramon. Like, at first, I thought you were just like this serious, grumpy old guy, but now I see why you're like this. Poor guy.
I'm not worried though, because I know you'll give the money to our landlord. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Tiatha walked out on us, so there's no case as of yet. I have a client to catch.
If I'm going to catch Tiatha, I need to hurry. Leshin can naturally find each other through the Fae, but even though I can use magic, I can't attune to them in the same way. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to bring along my notebook as well. I like to write down my to-do list so I can celebrate once everything is crossed off. I also keep a map of Vodosk or something in here. That was hard to say. I like making lists. I don't know why, I like doing that as well, so I can relate to that. I'm not going to try and say that word again, but it's a small city on the edge of the border between humans and Leshin. For almost half of the war, it was occupied by the Leshin army, with the remaining humans living as second-class citizens. Now it is a dangerous place for a Leshin on her own, without any human allies. Rebuilding the city has been difficult, but not nearly as difficult as trying to find common ground between our people after a generation of war. Fortunately, it does not seem as if Tiatha has gone far. She waits near the edge of the city, as if expecting Hiramon to come after her. Interesting. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. You can actually do stuff, so it's not just like entirely... Whoa, what happened? What was that? That's strange. Yeah, it's not entirely visual novel, because it looks like you can actually interact with this a little bit, walk around and do stuff. Can I talk to this woman? Hello, woman? Why is there a random glowing woman? Can I click her? Oh, hello. Hey, wait up.
What?
Yes? Oh, it's her. Oh, okay. This makes sense. You were just at my office. And you are?
I'm Sofya Rykov, private investigator, at your service.
Oh, I'm so glad she read that out, because I probably would have struggled pronouncing her name. I thought you would be... How can I put this? Older? Fluffier?
Actually.
Bigger? I heard you were a war hero. Well, you are a Leshin, so I'm sure that's what you've heard, but the story is complicated. How did you find me?
I think...
What do you mean? I followed you.
How was that?
Your friend Hiramon said that you were unwell. I didn't see you. How did you know what I looked like? Oh my god, suspicious. He described you. I saw you as you left. Yeah, I saw you as I left. I think that makes more sense. I know, because he turned the case down, so why would he describe it to me? I don't know, it just seems like it's not very believable. I saw you just as you were leaving. I can't believe he turned you down, and I...
That's not the full picture.
No, you didn't. I would have seen you as well. I am very perceptive, especially when I am looking for someone. Oh no, maybe that was a bad option. I am actually quite good at keeping myself hidden. It's part of what makes me... You lied to me. Why did you lie to me? How do you know what I look like? It's all part of our screening system, you see. Hiramon says I'm sick, while I wait in the building across the street. That's way I can observe you to see if I want to take your case. Oh, really? That seems a bit elaborate, doesn't it? Oh, she literally just said that. What? I swear down. I said that and then I pressed spacebar. What? Why does this keep happening to me? But we have our reasons. A Leshin and a human working together here in... Oh, here we go. Vodosk. I think that's how you say it. We have to be careful.
Anyway...
Hiramon tells me that you are looking for your son.
Haramon Ilkaldi.
Did he also tell you that he refuses to work on my case? I expected such a response from you, but to hear it from one of my own people... He's a cautious man, which is a useful skill to have in our line of business. So, have you changed your mind? I need to know more.
Can you give me any more details?
I definitely wasn't there when you were giving the details to Hiramon, so you're going to have to fill me in. What was his name?
My Fulren.
My Fulren. Tell me about Fulren. And as I explained to your partner, I suspect that someone in Vodosk is keeping Fulren prisoner, perhaps by someone who is bitter about the war. Ah, that's quite interesting, but there's something I'd like to know more about. The fox, the church, his death. Let's ask about the
Tell
fox.
me what you know.
Tell me more about this fox, the bonded animal Fulren had.
Actually,
It was a common woodlands fox. He found it while out on patrol before he was dispatched to the Vodosk region. Probably 6, 7 years old. Bonded animals live longer than wild creatures. What colour? Have you ever seen a woodlands fox? Alright, you got me. I grew up near the Reach. We had more mountains than forests, more wolves than foxes. Red and black fur, not something you'd normally see here in Vodosk, even this close to the forest.
That's true.
And you are sure that it's Fulren's fox that people have seen?
may the Fae guide us.
I hope that she's writing this down in her notebook. Undoubtedly, it's trying to find him, and if you follow it, I suspect you'll have success. Why don't you just follow it? Because I'm hiring you for the job. Do I really need to explain myself further? It's a bit suspicious. Okay, ask about his death. I know it's a touchy subject, but how did Fulren supposedly die?
Have you considered?
You mean the story given to me by the Human Empire? Human Empire? Lapidus would love to know that sort of language has taken hold. Did I misspeak? There's no empire, there's a self-proclaimed emperor, but I wonder if Sofya was in the empire or something. Kind of sounds like she knows somebody in the empire, but it's complicated.
Would you agree?
The human kingdoms only allied to repel the Leshin, and now your leader wants to make the allegiance into a permanent arrangement. Basically,
Curious.
why do you know so much about human politics? Our people were at war for decades, but you were asking about Fulren. You said that he helped some human prisoners escape, the Iodian executors. Do you know the name of any of these prisoners? Anyone I could talk to? These prisoners were probably the last people to see him alive. The Iodian, if you were wondering, I don't know if I said that right, but it's basically like, I guess that's what the humans call the Leshin, the elves. Eduard Galkin.
I believe.
Who? That's the name of the human who reported the death of my Fulren. What do you know about him? He was one of the prisoners at the camp where Fulren was stationed. I can tell you where to find him. He lives here in the city, though he refuses to ever see me. I'm sure he feels guilty over...
As it should be.
As well he should.
Let me think.
I'll be sure to speak to him. Perhaps he remembers something about Fulren's last moments. But we don't know if he's really dead, so... Who knows? Ask about the church.
You
Last
said...
one. You said that Fulren's fox was seen around the church. Did he have any particular relationship with the Krovakian church?
How is that?
No, why would he? I'm just trying to figure out what is going on here.
Do not be fooled.
It's not unheard of for Leshin to convert, but not Fulren, not my son. Then why would the fox end up there? If anything, they are probably keeping him prisoner. Used his supposed death as a cover-up to take him and do awful experiments on him. Oh my god, man. How does she know this? This is just a... Yeah, that's a serious allegation. It really is. What do you know about the church, Lady Rykov? Never been much of a believer myself, but I have seen the people they heal. Their sacrament cures almost any disease, so they must know something.
If you ask me...
They are an abomination before Diyun, worshipping a false goddess. I have family who are believers. Then I am sorry for you, though I suspect... Oh my god, New Yevena? or something, that your relationship with your family is strained. How does she know? Can't deny that.
That's all for now.
I have all the information I need. I know what I'm asking is difficult. Finding a dead man? Yeah, it's up there. And I'm not a fool. I know that I might be wrong, but please, if the story of his death is true, where is his body? It was never recovered.
I must know.
Now do you see why I am unconvinced? If the story is true, if he was killed by his own people, the Irduin, for helping humans escape execution, why wasn't his body preserved?
How did this get here?
That's a good question. Surely your people. Even the Irduin would have returned him for a proper burial. That they did not assures me that he is still alive. Please, Sofya, take the case. Find my son.
How did this get here?
What are you offering? Why does she keep saying, how did this get here? What?
In that case,
Would a pound of gold suffice? A pound? I'm guessing that's a lot of money. I'm sure we could work out whatever that would be to your currency. It's just that we have far more use for the metals than any paper signifying the value. That's a lot of gold. And don't get me wrong, would definitely want the gold. I'm not sure there's anywhere in Vodosk that accepts imperial rubles. So have I convinced you? Will you help me? Yeah! I'll do it. I'll find your son.
splendid.
That's what I like to hear.
I've got this.
Don't worry, I'll find him. And the gold you offered Hiraman?
I can accept that.
Find Fulren, all his body, and it's all yours. Alright, we got somewhere. We're making progress. Alright.
Lady Rykov,
Once you have something to report, come find me at the Winter Place Tavern or something. Okay, can we look at this? Find and question. Okay, this is what we gotta do. Investigate the church. Find and question. Oh yeah, that dude. Got anything in our inventory? What's this? This will change my clothes back to their usual colour. Why, what colour was it originally? What? I don't know. Okay, so this is the map. We got the Winter Palace. That's where she said we'll meet after we find out more. We got the Imperial Inspector, Skybound Books, Skalkin, Odds and End Shop, Country Hall. Oh, we can zoom out as well. Oh, cool. Okay. Church. Right. Okay, let's go and explore then. Return. Let's keep going this way. So this goes to south. How do I... I got click, right. I keep thinking, because it's kind of like I'm using a mix between keyboard and mouse, so it's kind of confusing when I have to switch. Okay, so let's not go in there. Let's go... Oh, hello. How are you doing? Luka Artmovich Teteriv is the appointed Imperial Inspector for the city of Vodosk. This is only a meaningful title if you believe that the Emperor controls Vodosk, when he doesn't have a claim to the land or the throne. He's a pain in my ass, but I'm more of a pain in his, because everyone who comes to me to solve their problems is undermining his so-called authority. God, it's going to be a nice conversation then. Nevertheless, he often has information and resources I can only dream of, and he prefers to be aware of my activities in the city, probably because he hopes to drag me into a jail cell one of these days, so we have a very tenuous alliance. Oh great, it's going to be fun.
Lady Rykov, would you believe that I was actually looking to speak with you?
Oh great, yay, he wants to talk to us as well. Inspector Luka, don't flatter me. I know you never wish to see me.
Normally, that's true. After the Sevenkov matter, I hoped you would never come to my doorstep again.
We could have worked together, Artmovich. I came to you with a plan.
Your plan didn't make any sense. How did you know the layout of the house? I could have sent my men into an ambush.
What are they talking about? I'm sure. Okay, I think she really was in the army or something. Wow, Savinkov was screwing his business partner? Oh my god.
There was no way to know what he was up to in there.
Hey!
I knew. You just needed to believe me.
You got lucky. You could have been sending his wife into a den of separatist rebels for all you could be certain of.
She probably turned into a cat and scouted the area. I have my ways of investigation, you have yours. Now, why are you so excited right now?
Why? Read this.
Okay, that's a creepy laugh. A writ of investigation. If that excites you, you really don't have enough to do.
Take a look at the name on the writ. Do you recognize it?
Is it for our place? Syria Alba. I don't believe so.
She was one of the Leshin prisoners who escaped Onegrad before the immolation. With your help, if I recall correctly.
You're bringing up that old tale again? You know the Imperial Army cleared me of any wrongdoing. None of those Leshin had anything to do with the attack.
That's the official story, but it seems like it isn't the full one. I've been tasked with uncovering Sierra Ir Alba's connection to the Ir Diu.
What?
Her release and pardon, like all Leshin prisoners, was conditional upon her being entirely uninvolved with the extremist plot that detonated the Onegrad Fae reactor.
I'm kind of a bit lost here because I don't really know what they're talking about. Something to do with the main character is helping somebody escape, and now I guess he's saying he's re-investigating it, which maybe puts her in hot water because maybe she did something she wasn't supposed to. That's what I'm guessing from this, but I'm kind of a bit confused here. What does this have to do with me?
Surely you must be worried about what will happen when we find out you helped one of the terrorists who destroyed Onegrad.
Yeah, I think he's basically trying to say, she did something bad. Like I told you, I was cleared of any wrongdoing. You're not going to run me out of Vidosk like this.
We'll see, depending on how the Sierra Ir Alba story goes. I wouldn't be so sure.
We're being threatened, oh my god.
Since you are so personally connected to this matter, it would be helpful if I could take your statement.
Oh god. You can read my testimony before the Onegrad Commission. There are dozens of pages, and I'm sure you can requisition them.
So, you're not going to cooperate?
Not when you're clearly trying to involve me. Change your tune and help me out on my latest case. Maybe I'll reconsider.
My writ orders me to investigate Sierra, not you. You're just a bonus. If you were suddenly cooperative, you're not so interesting to me.
Come on, Artie, move it. Sure, whatever you're called. You know you're interested in me.
What do you want? Why are you here?
What do you know about a Leshin by the name of Fulren?
Nothing. Why would I know anything about a Leshin?
You're the city inspector.
Believe it or not, the Leshin that remain in Vidosk want very little to do with the Imperial Inspector. The Lapidus sigil means nothing to them. They deal with the Separatists before me.
But have you heard of the name before? What about his mother, Teartha?
I'm not going to do your job for you, Lady Rykov. Hell, I don't even want you doing your job.
Think of it this way, I'll cut you in on the profit. I'm here to do you a favor. Yes, let's see if we can bribe him.
Let's get into trouble.
If you help me out, I'll earmark a percentage of the return for you.
You'll have to do better.
Ah, that didn't work. I can't take bribes. No, you're not. You're from the Empire, and Vidosk isn't even Empire territory. Does the country guard even recognize you as a police inspector? That's not the issue here.
Not bad.
Come on, you're almost a 4 days ride away from the closest city that pledges its fealty to Emperor Lapidus. Who is gonna know if you take a few gold pieces on the side?
The Emperor is always watching.
I'd know, and that's enough for me. Well, at least he's not that shady. Then just send it back to Lapidus, or use it to hire more men. You clearly need it. If you want the people to think you're the law around these parts, instead of the country guard or the separatists, I won't take your gold. Okay then, will you help me out of the kindness of your heart for a woman who lost her son in the war and just wants to see him again? She can come to me with a missing persons report, and I'll investigate as my commission permits. She's a Leshin. What does your commission say about that? says she goes to the bottom of the pile, but I'll still look into her complaint as time permits.
But you said...
You're overworked as it is.
Don't be difficult.
All the more reason you need to stop wasting my time. How about this? You hear something about this boy. After I start ruffling feathers, you tell me. That doesn't make sense to me. Okay, whatever.
That's just what I needed today.
I'd rather you just avoid ruffling feathers. You know that's not gonna happen. Fine, if you cause trouble, I'll be sure to let you know about it, but I can't promise that you won't be the one I haul into jail. Good luck catching me.
Fine.
Say, if you're looking to make a few gold pieces in the legitimate way, I might have an imperial writ for you to deliver. You want me to run errands for Emperor Lapidus. I want you to run errands for me. That you were given by Emperor Lapidus. She's so awkward. As you keep pointing out, we're understaffed here, but I do have some discretionary funds to hire short-term temporary help. I can offer you 20 gold for this job.
You've got potential.
Besides, you do seem to have a knack for getting things done. More work, but also more money. Alright, sure, I'll be running around the city anyway. Here you go.
So,
His name is Ivan Afonin. He needs to testify on a case about pre-occupation land ownership. The writ includes his physical description and a few other details. Problem is, I can't find his address. It would take me too much time to track him down. No real hurry on this, as I'd never trust anything time-sensitive to a scoundrel like you. But you trust me to deliver it all?
I would enjoy that.
The way I see it, it's a win-win. You either deliver them and get them off my desk, or after a few days, I finally have a reason to arrest you. Stealing imperial property is a crime after all. Oh,
Till
wow.
next time.
Till next time. Alright, that was a long conversation, and I think I'm going to stop it here for now. Interesting. We found out where to go for the next part, so we found out, you know, that we got to investigate the church, question this dude here. We also have a side quest, so this game actually has side quests too to deliver this thing. We also found out, like, I think that this girl was in the army or the Imperial or something, because she seemed to know this guy. They seem to be on quite, well, not friendly terms, but, you know, they kind of have like a love-hate relationship. So I find that quite interesting. I also like this, you know, kind of style interactive little bit here where we can actually like walk around and click on things and interact with objects, and it's not just, you know, a visual novel. So that's pretty cool. I like that. But let me know your thoughts on this game so far in the comments section below. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please comment, rate and subscribe, and I hope I'll see you next time.
Didn't even get to bronze.